I'm John Hoskin for 10tonhammer.com. We're here at GCDC in Leipzig, Germany. This place is packed, and it's going to get more packed. But luckily, we're not in the convention center. We're in Humvees riding around the convention center with Dan Elgren, studio head, Cheyenne Mountain Firesky.
Hey, how you doing? It's a pleasure to meet you.
We have one big question, and our readers have been asking us over and over and over. The beta, when is it? What's going on? Give us a scoop.
So the beta is actually coming up very quickly. We're actually just doing the Friends and Family stress test right now, where we have a very few amount of people getting on the servers, making sure the servers are working. But very rapidly, we're actually going to be opening up the doors to a larger audience, where we're going to actually do gameplay testing, which is really going to focus on how does the game play, how does it feel, how does the community interact within these environments. So it's getting out there and really registering so we can get as many people into the game as possible.
Cool. Are you able to share your plans as how many you think you're going to be letting in and when?
Probably in early September, October is really when we're going to open up those doors. The more people, we'll be adding thousands of people on a weekly basis at that point.
All right, and how does someone sign up for the beta?
Just go to StargateWorlds.com, click on the little button that says sign up for beta, and just give us your information, and we'll be hitting you up pretty shortly.
All right. We have had a lot of panels here at GCDC that are discussing, the successes and failures of MMOGs. And one common theme is that the sci-fi MMOGs have tanked. What makes Stargate Worlds different? Is it the IP? Is there something else that makes this game different and gives it a little bit of life?
Well, I mean, you look at all the MMOs out there, it's, sci-fi or fantasy, it's, I think it's the bottom line is if we don't have a great game to back that up, what's the point in making any type of game? So we've really gone out of our way to really have unique dynamics within our combat and the mini games that are really going to play out. So we have that strong base of that moment-to-moment gameplay, as well as community-based tools that are really going to help people come in and socialize on a long-term basis.
For some of our readers may not have, or our viewers may not have seen the other videos, may not have seen the trailer yet. Did you want to touch upon the unique combat?
Yeah, it's that combat. You play a lot of different MMOs, no matter what type of genre, or sci-fi, fantasy, or whatnot. And then you get stuck in this sort of I hit you, you hit me, and we bang each over on the head, and then one of us dies sort of thing. And you throw out a bunch of spells along the way or abilities. We've really taken in a more interactive or dynamic universe with our combat. We're P90s, staff weapons, Nicotels, and we wanted to really sort of show that dynamic through our combat. So now when you shoot somebody, they're going to take cover, and their buddies are going to take cover, and they react as a group. And not only are they taking cover, but you need to take cover because you get a benefit from being in cover. So now you're playing with this universe of this world around you that you have to interact with, which makes a big difference in how the game plays. And now you go back to that same situation multiple times, and it's going to change because of the way that the AI and the way the system uses that environment. So it really makes each time you play the game different, which I think adds a lot of replay value, which I think a lot of people are looking for.
And you mentioned community. That we just came from a panel that had 4 industry stars on it, and basically they came to the conclusion that community should be 70% of what they work on, and the game should be the other 30%. How is Cheyenne going to build community tools into Stargate Worlds?
We actually kicked off our community website probably 2 years ago. Here we are, we're just barely starting to begin pre-production for this game, and that's one of the first things we did is make sure that we actually opened up to the community, and we still have people that are still part of that community from the day one of that launch. With our community manager, the building up guilds and commands right from the get-go, that sort of gets this foundation outside of the game. And then once you get in the game, we wanted to really sort of embed people into some of the commands. We wanted to have smaller teams, which are sort of mini guilds that will allow people to, if you don't have 40 friends, we don't want to force you to try to find 40 friends, sort of thing. And that's where Katie Postma, our community manager, is really going to make that big difference in utilizing those areys.
And Katie will be thrilled that you mentioned her in the video.
I figured you would. I threw one out for her.
Well, it's been a pleasure,
Likewise.
as always. If you need more information, StargateWorlds.com, 10tonhammer.com. When the beta comes out, we'll let you know.
We hope you're there.
Thanks, Dan.
Thanks.